What is going on, guys? Brad here from Pickdawgz.com, and I got a pick in this Louisville versus Miami game going down on a Friday, October 17th, 2025. Before I get into the free pick, if you guys want to take the guesswork out of it, if you want to save your time and are just looking for my best bets, you can find those over at Pickdawgz Premium, or just click the link in the description in this video. It'll say Brad's Best Picks. You can also find all my plays there. That includes my $25 play of the day, which is my best pick every single day. Let's get right into it, guys. We got some ACC action going down. We got Louisville headed into South Florida to play the Miami Hurricanes. Both teams are coming off a bye, which is kind of interesting. Miami has had 2 byes in the last couple weeks. You know, they played that game against Florida, had a bye week. They played Florida State, and then they had another bye week. I really don't know how that works. I don't really understand that scheduling, but you know, both these teams will be coming into this one pretty fresh. Louisville is coming off a loss against Virginia. It was a close and competitive game. They were 6.5-point favorites in that game. They had a chance to win that game, but, you know, just couldn't really pull through at the end. That is a pretty good Virginia team. But, man, definitely a disappointing loss for Louisville. So they will be looking to get their season back on track, and it's not going to be an easy task. I will say Louisville has only played 1 road game this season, and I thought they looked pretty good. They went into Pitt. They were 3-point favorites in that game. Won that one 34-27. So this team has proved that they could play on the road, and I'm not trying to take anything away from Miami. Miami has looked great. I truly think they are a top 3 team in the country, but let's just go over some of their wins here. You beat a FSU team. I'm an FSU fan, as you see. FSU sucks. Like, I'm going to be honest. Like, we beat Bama, but, I mean, we just lost to Pitt. We lost to Virginia. We lost to Miami. Like, I'm not putting too much stock into that FSU win for Miami. Then, you know, Miami beats Florida. I think we all know Florida's not really a great team either. They did beat USF 49-12. And I actually think that's Miami's second best win this season. I don't think it's Florida. I don't think it's Florida State. I actually think USF is Miami's second best win this season. And then we do got to bring up the first game of the season, beating Notre Dame. So, yes, there's a lot of big names on Miami's resume currently. I'm not going to lie, but let's be real, guys. That Notre Dame team in those first couple weeks, that defense was suspect. They've gotten better as the season has gone on, but all I'm saying is, yes, Miami, if you look at their resume on paper, on the surface level, it looks great. But I think when you dig into it a little bit deeper, I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel like this team, there's still a lot to show. I truly think so. And I think Miller Moss coming into Miami with his experience, with the way he's looked this season, I think they're able to move the ball. Don't get me wrong, that dude on Miami, Bain, that man tormented Florida State. I watched that whole game. That dude is an animal. I will give him that. But like I said, I think Louisville could move the ball on this defense. I truly do. On the other hand, yes, Miami's offense has looked great. But like I said, guys, to win this bet, we're going to have to lay 2 touchdowns with Miami. And I just think Louisville's going to have a bit of fight in this game. And I think it's going to be closer than what this line says. I truly think this is going to be a 10 to 13 point win from Miami. I'm going to take Louisville. I'm going to take the points. We see on these Friday night games, things get a little bit weird. We saw last year, what was it? Virginia Tech, Miami? Virginia Tech, I think, threw a Hail Mary. The guy caught it. It was reviewed. That Virginia Tech would have won that game. I thought it was a catch. But like, what I'm trying to say here is weird shit happens on these Friday night games, guys. And I'm just not sure if I want to lay 14 with Miami here. So I'm going to be on the Louisville Cardinals. I'm going to take all these points. I think this game's going to be competitive, guys. I think this one's going to be competitive. Appreciate you watching this, though, man. Drop a like. Drop in the comments you're taking in this game. Check out my $25 play of the day. Like I said, that is my best pick every single day. Most importantly, subscribe to Pickdawgz on YouTube because we're just trying to help you guys win some money. I'm going to catch you on the next one.